The drive programming package is free. You just download it, or I think for $35 you can buy it on a CD. But anyway, normally most people just download it. It's called Starter. Now, I'm not sure you can see up here. This says SumMotion Scout. SumMotion Scout is a package that actually has additional functionality for very high-end motion systems that are coordinated. These usually for offset printing presses, very high-speed robotics, things of that nature. But it is the starter package with the extra stuff added in. There's actually no difference between them when you're programming non-SciMotion stuff. The name changes, and you have to buy the SciMotion package. That is a bought out package. But typically on our machines, because we do all different systems, we just use the Scout platform. But like I'm saying, when you start up Starter, the only real difference you'll see is you won't be able to put in a SciMotion device and it'll say Starter up in the top border. Other than that, it's totally identical. One of the things that, each little video, I'm not going to go in and explain. This is the kind of the standard way studios integrated environments are built now. So that shouldn't be any explanation needed. But one of the things that is sort of important, especially if you're kind of beginning, the parameter list is always accessible, but they call it the expert list. Especially if you're starting out, this is the wrong place to be. You will spend a lot more time than needed poking and prodding, trying to find a parameter. I know a lot of drives, that's sort of what you got. That's the best it gets. And especially like a lot of Japanese drives, you got a book and it kind of explains each parameter. There are publications available that explain each and every one of these parameters, but that's not the place to go. You're starting off with the drives, with the G drives. Where you want to go is into these flow diagrams. Alright, these are live flow diagrams. This is live data. If the drive is running, all these test points are all active. They all changed with the values. These are what you program things in. So it's all flow pictograms. Right? Here's the main set point, flows through, comes through a selector depending on if you're jogging or in run. We have reverse direction blocking, and you just follow your set points all the way through to whatever you're looking at. These are blocks that are expandable, that show more details. Keep going through. There's the ramp function generators. This is what you want to learn to program the drive with. This is the way you diagnose the drive. This is much faster than any digging through parameter lists. This is from 25 years of dealing with different drives. I started off with Toshiba's, but I've used just about every major brand out there. If it has this kind of flow diagram, and several brands do, this is where you need to go. Put down the book with the parameter list. You only go to that if you need it to explain the choices for a parameter, right? So, like here, maybe you want to understand the difference between selecting the extended ramp and the basic ramp. Maybe you want to explain to you how the ramp goes. So you can see here, it tells you that you hover over it, you can see the parameter number. In that parameter number, maybe you want to go look up more details about it, even though usually it gives you some basic details. Right there, it actually tells you all the basic details of what's going on. Of course, there's the help. You can look up the parameter number. So the key is learn how to use this. You learn how to use this, your life will be easier, your development times will be faster, your diagnostic times will be much faster. This is where you should be. I still use a parameter list once in a while to go to certain values that I just traditionally over the last 15 years with Siemens. Old habits die hard, and you know I go type them in there. But this is where I see the biggest fault. I will see people having all kinds of problems with a new Siemens drive, and they'll be complaining, and you know, all these parameters, I can't find what I want, and they're just hunting and pecking. And half the time they're going inside and just changing parameters. They don't know what they do because there's no context, because they don't really, you know, you don't want to read the whole parameter list. So they change stuff, and by the time I get there, they got the drive so screwed up that you just have to default it. They don't know what they changed. And another thing is they don't write anything down. You get there, and it's just a mess. Then I try to show them, this is where you should be at. This is, you know, what's going to guide you through. You know, you use the wizards. That's another thing that's, you know, you use a quick startup guide, and it shows you, you know, go to the configuration. Yeah, someone want to go offline. And you can just go through here, and these are my videos. You see me setting these up. But I've, you know, as simple as this seems to be, that this is where you should go with the quick startup guide, I'll run into situations where people are actually trying to manually go change all those parameters, and you can do it with the Siemens. It'll allow you to do it any way you want, but they don't how they miss things. They don't really actually understand any of the context of what they're changing. You don't need to understand all the context if you work within this environment through the regular quick startup, and you use the quick startup guide, show you exactly what to do, you know, where you go to commission it. You got quick startup guides for commissioning it, auto tuning, all those things. Yep. Offline, go back online. So to make your life easy, read the quick startup guide and use a graphic environment. There is a lot to it, but if you use the tools the way they're meant to be used, it actually goes fairly smoothly. If you can break your habit of hunting and pecking in the parameter list. So anyway, I just wanted to address that a little bit, because you'll definitely see, as you know, some of the videos you see me setting these things up. Obviously, in the video, things are set up so it's going to work. So you don't see me doing a lot of diagnostics in the video, and you may miss the whole point that actually everything here has flow diagrams and you know, quick drill downs of all the set points in the flow, and that's where you'd be, especially in the field, if you're trying to figure out some sort of problem. So anyway, have a good one.